He is very well known all around, I would say, the ISKCON temples around as well. He's a senior disciple of His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj. His compassionate nature, his kind nature, and his personal nature towards each and every one of us who have experienced it. And at every minute of the conversation with him, there's an opportunity to learn from him. It is our great fortune that today we will be hearing from none other than our temple co-president, His Grace Sitarama Lakshmana Prabhu. Prabhu has been, I think Prabhu loves the Chaitanya Charitamrita a lot. Every Saturday morning, few times I've got the opportunity to hear from Prabhu as well, and Prabhu has that deep connection. He knows each and every places around Mayapur and Navadip. So today we will pray to Prabhu that with his words, we can all also develop the same love and faith that he has got it for many, many decades. So without any further delay, I would like to invite His Grace Sitarama Lakshmana Prabhu to please come and enlighten us about the pastimes of Lord Nityananda Prabhu.
So, of course, you may be all familiar with Dherada Madhava, but we'll sing glorification of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with associates today. So, if you know the words, yeah, you can repeat. Otherwise, you can just hear and repeat also. Okay? But anyway, in the meantime, actually, they're going to take the Baba inside, so it won't be distraction later on. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Oh Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So, the meaning of this is, all glories to Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda, and all glories to the associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Advaita Acharya and all the associates. Mukam karoti vachala, pangurna vetikirim, etripatamaham de Sri Gurum Dinatarinam. Vishnu Pastimes. So, maybe you can all put your phones on the silence or aeroplane mode so that they won't disturb us. I did mine this now. Yeah. So, so today is a very, very special day. The appearance of Lord Nityananda, and Lord Nityananda is an ocean of mercy. So I was thinking actually to say a few points about Nityananda and also his pastimes, and I thought it would be nice to present them in a slide form, so it will be visible and also will attract the minds of our Kali Yuga. So then I requested Divinama Prabhu, and then he helped me put this. So thank you very much, Prabhu. So it says, you got them on the screen there, nice. It's Karuna. Of course, I mean, how many years ago, few years ago, we had Corona, right? No? But this is Karuna. Karuna means the mercy. Mercy. And Nityananda Prabhu is an ocean of mercy. Ocean. So how and all, and how his magnanimity, what is merciful nature, we try to hear a bit. Yeah. Okay, thank you. It always has to be some glitch, otherwise it won't be perfect, right? Meditation. So this is Lord Sri Nityananda Prabhu. He's always next to sea. And the name itself suggests Nityananda. He's always very happy. Always very happy and joyful. And so that is Lord Nityananda. So we want to know actually who is Lord Nityananda. Sarvavatari Krishna Swayam Bhagavan Kanhara Dvitiya Deha Shri Balarama. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, is the fountainhead of all incarnations. Lord Balaram is his second body. I'm sure many of you are familiar. Krishna is the source of all incarnation, and Balaram is his second. Lord Sri Krishna, the absolute personality of Godhead, is the primeval Lord, the original form of Godhead, and his first expansion is Sri Balaram. The personality of Godhead can expand himself in innumerable forms, many forms. The forms that have unlimited potency are called Swamsa, and the forms that have limited potency are called Vibhinamsa. So don't get confused because there's a bit of philosophy here, don't fall asleep, you should be alright. Ekaye Surupa Donhe Bhinna Matrakaya Adhaya Kaya Vyuha Krishna Leela Sahaya. These two are one and the same identity. They differ only in form. And Balaram is the first body expansion of Krishna, and he assists in Lord Krishna's transcendental pastimes. So both are the same, but they are separate. And Balaram, he helps the Lord in the Lord's pastimes. And Lord Balaram is always in a serving mode. So, and by serving the Supreme Lord, he gets so much pleasure, enjoyment. So we can learn something from there. Sankarshana karana toya sayi garbhodaya sayi chapapo abdi sayi seshacha yasyam sam kala sanityam Nandakaya Rama Saranam Mamastu. May Sri Nityananda Ram be the object of my constant remembrance. Sankarshan. Seshnag and Vishnus who lie on the Karana Ocean, Garbha Ocean and Ocean milk are his plenary portions and the portions of his plenary portions. This is Sri Krishna's Parad Goswami, who is the author of Chaitanya Charitamrita, is saying that Sri Balarama Goshani Mula Sankarshana Pancharupa Dhari Karena Krishna Sevana. That Balaram is the original Sankarshan. He assumes 5 other forms to serve Lord Krishna. So then Balaram is always happy in serving Krishna. Now to do that, he assumes 5 forms. What are they? According to the expert opinion, Balaram, as the chief of the original corporeal forms, is also the original Sankarshan. Balaram, the first expansion of Krishna, expands himself in these 5 forms. What are they? Mahasankarshan, Karna Dabshayi, Garbhodaksayi, Kshiradaksayi, and Sesham. There are different 5 forms where the Balaram expands to serve the Lord. These 5 plenary portions are responsible for both the spiritual and material cosmic manifestation. In these 5 forms, Lord Balaram assists Lord Krishna in his activities. The first 4 of these forms are responsible for the cosmic manifestations, whereas Sesha is responsible for the personal service of the Lord. Sesha is called Ananta or unlimited, because he assists the personality of Godhead in his unlimited expansions by performing an unlimited variety of services. Sri Balaram is a servator Godhead who serves Lord Krishna in all affairs of extensive existence and knowledge. And Sri Prabhu, he is the same servator Godhead, Balaram, who performs the same service to Lord Gauranga by constant association. So, so that is about Lord Nityananda. So Lord Nityananda is none other than Lord Balaram. He comes here. Nityananda says, once again, Balaram hoile nitai, Tara sakti jagai madaire. What's the line before that? Yeah, it says, Balaram hoile nitai, Balaram hoile nitai. Tara sakti jagai madaire. So the same Brajendra Nandan came as Satyasuta, Sri Mahaprabhu. And Balaram hoile nitai. So Balaram came as nitai. So like in the Krishna Leela also, Balaram appeared before. So similarly, I saw here that Nityananda appeared before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he appeared 12 years before to Lord. 12 years before Lord Nityananda. So when Krishna also, we heard it in Krishna, and when before Krishna appeared, then he sent all his associates before, right? Similarly, when again Mahaprabhu, before he appeared, he sent his associates before. Like we had Advaitacharya's appearance day last Sunday. Advaitacharya came before, and he came 50 years before Mahaprabhu. And Nityananda came 12 years before, and he also sent Haridas Thakur, all the associates before, so that the Lord can perform pastimes with them. So Balaram came before. So where did he appear? Because Prabhu was singing nicely, Ek Chitra Dham. So this is Ekachitra Dham, which is in the West Bengal, in the Birbhumi district, right? And then he appeared in a place called Adarvesh, where the Ganges doesn't flow. And even till today, the place is very simple, not well developed. You can still feel the remnants of the village there, and very simple, very quiet place there, So Nityananda Prabhu appeared over there, and this is our temple in Ekchakradam. And this Ekachakra also is also connected with the Mahabharata also. So this is the place of Lord Nityananda Prabhu, skull Garbhavas. Garbha means womb, where Lord Nityananda Prabhu appeared. And when did he appear? That's today. Magha Masa Sukla Trayodasi Subhadine Padmavati Garbhe Ekachakra Namagrame Hadai Pandita Name Sudha Vipraraja Mule Sarva Pita Tane Kare Pita Vija. He appeared from the womb of Padmavati in the village of Ekachakra on the auspicious 13th day of the waxing moon in the month of Magh. This Lord, who is the original father of everyone, accepted Hadai Pandit and the Hadai Pandit king of the Brahmanas as his father. So, of course, the Lord doesn't need any father and mother, but out of his Kala's mercy, he accepts. So here, the parents of Nityananda Prabhu are Hadai Pandit, and mother's name was Padmavati. And Hadai Pandit was a very pious Brahmana. He is the king of the Brahmanas. By the side of Garbhavasa Mandir is a day called Shishtitala. On the 6th day of Nityananda Prabhu's birth, Mother Shishti was worshipped with a big, beautiful banyan tree having many offshoots hanging from the branches. So this place is still there. Actually, when you have an opportunity, you should go and visit this place. And so this is a place. Okay, tell me who has been to the Ekchakra from here? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 only. So you should visit when you visit. You should all visit Mayapur first, and then when you visit Mayapur, you should visit Ekchakra. Ekchakra down is about 4 hours drive from Mayapur. Of course, it's a whole day trip. It takes 4 hours to get there. You spend 4 hours visiting places, then again 4 hours coming back. So unless you can also stay one night over there if possible. Nice. You got nice guest house also there. Nice. So Nityananda Prabhu appeared here, and so this place is called Hanchugada Tirtha. So also known as Janukun, Nityananda Prabhu brought all sacred waters from the holy places of this kun to save the local residents traveling from to the Ganges to take a sacred bath. And its name Antaguda because as Nityananda Prabhu used to carry out the Dadi Chida festival of doing chick rice with Jagat Prasadam here. And he would take the Prasadam laying down. This kund is filled with water throughout the years. So, okay, Lakshmana Prabhu appeared here, and then he was performing various wonderful pastimes. And one day his parents, they wanted to go to Ganges, because they said, Ganges doesn't flow here, etc. So because taking bath in Ganges is very auspicious, so his parents wanted to go there. Of course, he is the Supreme Lord, so he told them he didn't want his parents to go all the way there. He told them, don't worry, Ganges will come here. Then he brought Ganges here, and so that the parents and all the villages they could take bath here. And this is another place actually there, still there. This place is a short walk from Nityananda Prabhu's birthplace. It is bordered by several Keli Kadamba trees. The Pandavas lived here with Mother Kunti during their exile to the forest. Bakasura team lived at Shikandabi and was terrorizing the people at etc. For several years. So, I'm sure many of you are familiar with this pastime, the Mahabharata, this demon was there. And so Mother Kunti, she stayed here with her sons there. And there was one demon who was harassing the people over there. But they made a pact with him, okay, don't come and harass us. Every day we will send one person, a cart full of food. And so the Brahmanas where Kunti and her sons were staying, that was their turn that day. And so, to make this story short, so Kunti told, don't worry, I'll send my son. And somebody convinced him, so he went there, and Bhima killed him there. And so this place is country there also there. So, so Lord Nityananda was performing various childhood pastimes, very wonderful childhood pastimes over there. And he was enacting so many wonderful pastimes. We were saying this morning. And he was performing the pastimes of the Krishna Leela, the Ram Leela, the Vaman Leela, the Varaha Leela, the Singh Leela, so many. And when they were performing, every day they would perform different leelas. And all the residents of Yagasekara, they were all wondered. These boys, they were only 12 years old. And some of the boys are small. How is that Nityananda was able to make all this place so wonderful, so dramatic? And they all wondered. And one day they were performing the Ram Leela. In the Ram Leela, Nityananda Prabhu, he was acting as Lakshmana. Because he was Lakshmana. Like Lakshmana. Then he told the boys, they came, because he was the director of the place. He was telling them, okay, now, so now we are acting this play here, and the Indrajit is going to hit me with an arrow. When he hit with an arrow, then I'm going to become unconscious. And then one of the boys who was playing as Hanuman, he had to go and get the herb Sanjeevani. And when he brings Sanjeevani, then again Lakshmana will be brought back to consciousness. So he told all the boys, he gave all directions. And so they were playing the drama there. And so Indrajit, okay, he shot an arrow at Nityananda. And Nityananda fell unconscious, lying on the ground there. And he was lying on the ground there. And then everybody, they were concerned. Everybody forgot their words. They don't know what to do next. And time was clicking, an hour, 15 minutes, hour. And in the meantime, it became 12 o'clock. And the lunch time. And Nityananda's parents, they were wondering where the children. So Harai Pandit came. Harai Pandit came, and then when he came, he saw Nityananda was lying there on the ground there. And then he wondered what happened. Then he asked the boys, what's going on here? And he said, oh, we're playing the Ram Leela here. Oh, okay. So what happened? Well, Nitai was hit by an arrow by Indrajit. Okay. So what next? Then they forgot what they had to do. Then suddenly they remembered, oh, now, then they said, okay, now Hanuman has to go and bring Sanjeevani. Okay, what happened? then the boy who was playing harmonium, he forgot the words, he forgot to sing. Then the other person said, okay, wait, bring the harmonium, ask him to go and get the Sanjeevani. Then they remembered. Then they went and bought Sanjeevani and they brought the herb and they were put it near the nose of Nitai. Then Nitai woke up. So this showed actually Nitai he was there right in the play, because he was there at Lakshmana in the Ramlila there. So like that they were playing so many wonderful pastimes, and so all these pastimes they got attracted. All the villages they got attracted to all these boys there, especially Nitai. So this is another place there where there was a big serpent coming, and Nityananda he put his earring and closed the hole. That way he blocked the serpent to come. So like this, Nityananda was playing and performing all his childhood pastimes, having a good time. And one day a sadhu came to the village of Eksikra, sannyasi. One sannyasi came. Normally, when a sadhu comes, the duty is to receive him and serve him nicely and make sure that he is comfortable. So Harai Pandit, being the king of the Brahmanas, is very cultured Brahmana, very respectful. So he invited the sadhu to stay in his house. And he served him nicely, and he engaged Nitai. Nitai was only about 12 years old. So he engaged Nitai in the service of sadhu. Normally, it's a tradition, so they try to engage the small children in the service of sadhu so that the children can get the blessings of the sadhu also. They can progress spiritually too. So Nitai was serving the sadhu very nicely, and the sadhu stayed there for about 10 days. And then after 10 days, when the time came, the sadhu had to move on, had to go to another place. So when he was leaving, and the Harai Pandit asked him, thanks, I'm so grateful to you. Thank you so much for visiting our place and staying in our place and giving an opportunity for serving you. So I want to please ask me something. I want to give you because you're a sadhu. Then Harai Pandit said, this sadhu said, yes, I do need something. Are you sure you want to give me? Then Harai Pandit said, yes, definitely. Then sadhu said, are you sure you want to give me something? He said, yeah, no problem, whatever you ask, I'll give you. Are you sure you're going to give me whatever I ask you? Then Harai Pandit said, yes, this is my duty to serve you. Then slowly the sadhu said, oh, Alec, I'm an old man, getting more and more old. So now, when I'm traveling, I encounter some difficulties. I need an assistant. I need a brahmachari assistant. Someone to take Nitai with me. Then Harai Pandit imagined what is the situation. He is heartbroken. And then he said, ask anything not but Nitai. Said, no, I just want a brahmachari assistant. I just want to go for a pilgrimage, so I want some assistant. Then Harai Pandit was in a dilemma. But Nitai was his life and soul. He can't live without him. Not only Harai Pandit, the whole village cannot live without him. On the other hand, he can't actually break his promise. So he didn't know what to do. Then he went to his Ardhangini wife and he asked Padmavati, what shall we do now? The sadhu wants Nitai. Of course, Padmavati was very chaste wife, and she didn't say, "You can't give Nitai to him. If you give, I'm going to divorce you." No, she didn't say that. She said, "Well, my dear Lord, whatever you decide, you do that. I'll follow you." She was very obedient wife. Then she said, and Hadar Pandit didn't have much choice. But he was thinking, if he doesn't let Nitai go, then he is not keeping up his promise. It's not a good example for his son. It's not a good example. So, and at the same time, he is heart and soul. Then, but he didn't have choice. Then, reluctantly, okay, he let him go. Then it is said, so Nitai walked in the house and he didn't even look back. He went with this sadhu all the way. And Harai Pandit was looking at the way this sannyasi and Nitai was going. And he was looking at, and by the time, they disappeared from the vision of a person, then he collapsed the ground and left his body. So that is the attraction, that is the affection, that Harai Pandit had. So, and that way, Nityananda Prabhu, he travelled with his sadhu to all the holy places all over India. As we said, Nityananda is none other than Balaram, right? So, if you remember, in the Krishna Leela as well as Balaram, he travelled. He didn't want to participate in the battle Mahabharata, so he went travelling all over. So he went travelling to. Then he went many places. He went traveled in South India. Then he went in the West India. He went in Northern India. And then he went Vrindavan. Many places there. And so he traveled all the places. Then he spent like that. So initially the sadhu said, "No, I just want to take him for a pilgrimage." But now this travel happened for 20 years. 20 years. And so he is now about 32 years old now. When he was 32, he was staying in Vrindavan. And then in his travels, he met a great devotee called Madhanapuri. And this is the information about him. And Madhanapuri and Nityananda, when they saw each other, they embraced and they felt great affection and love with each other. And Madhanapuri was the spiritual master of Ishwar Puri. And Madhavpuri initiated Nityananda, and Ishwar Puri was the spiritual master of Sri Mahaprabhu. So when he was traveling all over there, and then he was there, then one day he had the vision that Kanai has appeared in Navadvip. He is performing his. Is about to open up all his pastimes of Sankirtan there. So he wanted to meet with him. So he wanted to go meet with Sri Mahaprabhu and start the Sankirtan and flood the whole world with Krishna Prema. And so then he came one day in a chariot. Now, Sri Mahaprabhu had a vision that there was one great personality appeared there and in a great chariot, and he is there. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nima at that time, so he told his associates Srivas and Haridas, and so there is one great personality came to Navadvip. He go and find out about him. Then they went searching for him. Normally, when they had great personality, so they went to the quarters where the Brahmanas stayed first. because great personalities, there must be some great Brahmanam. They were knocking on everyone's doors. Said, is Nitai here? Then said, who is more Nitai? Who is Nitai here? Go away, and they closed the door. Then they came back, they told in mind, no, we couldn't find anybody. Then another day, next day, they went to the place where the Kshatriyas live. Again, they were knocking on the doors, asking, Nitai here. Said, but are you mad about it? Who is Nitai? We don't know. They've never heard of Nitai there in Navadvip before. So that way they went to the place where the lower class people there. So they went all over finally. And then when they came back finally and reported to Nimai, said, sorry, we can't find anybody. There is no new personality here in Navadvip. Then Mahaprabhu said, yes, no, and if you can't find him, how can you find him? He's a great personality. Unless they reveal, you cannot find them. But he cannot hide from me. Let's go. And then he goes with them, with the devotees, and doing a big kirtan. Then they goes to this place called Nandanacharya Bhavan. Nandanacharya Bhavan temple, it is about 4 doors from our ISKCON temple in Mayapur there. And then and they went with big kirtan. Because Nityananda, then he felt ecstasy by hearing the kirtan. Then he came out and and then both Nimai and Nitai, then they embraced each other. And they were in ecstasy. Then they fled the whole world to Sankirtan. Yeah. So as we are saying, Nityananda Prabhu is very, very merciful. And so Nimai and Mahaprabhu told, what did you say? He told Haridas and Advaitacharya, and Haridas and Nityananda, also said, told, what's the word again? Gare Gare Ghiya, Magiya Bhiksha, Bola Krishna, Bala Krishna, Kala Krishna Sika. Suno Suno Haridas, Suno Suno Nityananda. So you go on everywhere and tell everybody to chant Hare Krishna. So Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas, they were the Sankirtan partners. So they were traveling. So they were knocking all the places and telling everybody to chant Hare Krishna. At some places they were successful, some places actually they had hard time. Like we also, when we go out in Sankirtan, sometimes we're successful, sometimes we get some difficult time. But still, we can remember and continue our service there. So one day, of course, many of you know the pastime, but it's nice to hear. So one day, when they were traveling like that, then they saw these 2 personalities called Jagai and Madai. So these 2 personalities, originally they were born in a Brahmin family, very pious family. But because of bad association, they got corrupted and they become degraded. They were very, in fact I forgot their names, they were very learned also. They would study all the scriptures. They study all the scriptures and they would do exactly opposite to what is said in the scriptures. And they would perform all the sinful activities which are prohibited in the scriptures. So they become popular like that, became famous. So we got popular somehow like that. So they become popular like that. And they were harassing everybody. They became the big gundas. So they were doing all sinful activities. This is the name. The name of. And when they are performing all the sinful activities, Chitragupta, you heard of him? He is an assistant of Emiraj, right? He was his personal. He records all our activities. He's got a database, got a big computer. He writes what we did today and what sinful activity we did, what we do accordingly. Just as when you go there, then they see what we did. So this Gupta was actually writing. It said actually he got tired. He felt unconscious because there were so many things, his hand became tired writing all simple activities. His heart became full. No more space in his computer there. So that many sinful activities these people were performing. So when Nityananda and Haridas Thakur they saw, then Haridas said, okay, let's not go there, let's find some other place, Because Haridas Thakur, an old man, he didn't want to get into any troubles with them. They were very troublesome. But Nityananda said, no, let's go with them. So they went and told him, oh, my dear brothers, please chant Hare Krishna. Then they raised at him, how dare you think, don't you know who we are? We are Jagai and Madai. Are you asking us to chant Hare Krishna? No, we never do that. They started chasing them. They ran. Haridas Thakur told him, I told you, they are not only people, let's run away from them. So they ran away. Next day again they came. When they came, then again they saw them. This time. But Nityananda Prabhu had a big plan. He had a big vision. Nityananda Prabhu, his vision is to somehow or other, if we can make these two personalities, if we can make these two personalities, Jagai and Madai, chant Hare Krishna, then Mahaprabhu's mercy, Mahaprabhu's name would be chanted all over 3 words. So always his mood is to glorify Mahaprabhu. So how we can glorify Mahaprabhu? So in order to glorify Mahaprabhu, to serve him, so he was prepared to take any kinds of risk. So that is the mood of the followers of Nityananda Prabhu. From there. So then they went and asked him, oh, please chant Hare Krishna. Then again they got angry. Then one of them, Madai got, he had a bottle. Then, he hit that on Nityananda's forehead. Then blood started coming. And when Mahaprabhu, when he heard about that, he became very angry. He came running and then he was calling his Sudarshan Chakra. But Nityananda Prabhu said, no, my dear Lord, please don't kill them. He didn't, in this incarnation, he didn't come to kill. If we have to kill, then you got to kill everyone in this Kali Yuga. Because Kali Yuga, Kalesu Sambrava. In Kali Yuga, everybody is a demon. Right? Everybody is full of all these vices, sinful activities. Then we can't. So please forgive them. Then when Nityananda, I feel, then Nityananda told Madai, Madai was the one who hit him. So do you think actually because you hit me, I'm going to get angry? No. Please chant Hare Krishna. Like that, Acharyas have explained that when the mother is nursing the baby, when the baby passes through the urine, the mother thinks, oh no, why did you do this? And she doesn't throw the baby away. She very affectionately cleans the baby and takes care of him. Similarly, so even if you hit me, I still ask to chant Hare Krishna. But looking at his compassion, his mood, and mother's heart changed. Who is this personality? Even though I hit him, still he asked me to chant Hare Krishna. Then he fell at his feet. Then they both, Jagai and Mother, they fell at the feet of Mahaprabhu. And then Mahaprabhu asked for Sudarshan Chakra. Sudarshan Chakra didn't come. And later, then Mahaprabhu asked Sudarshan, why didn't you come? And he said, well, you called me, but again your devotee, Nityananda, he told me not to come. So I got to follow your devotee's instruction. So I didn't come. So similarly, the devotee is more powerful than the Lord. So the devotee can give more than the Lord. So Nityananda was giving mercy. So similarly, the the devotees are more compassionate. They are more merciful in distributing the mercy of Mahaprabhu. So we can see that also in the case of Srila Prabhupada, who is following the footsteps of Nityananda Prabhu. So I think this morning, I repeat again. So Srila Prabhupada, he was very comfortable staying in the holy Dham Vrindavan, but he came to the lowest place, Bowery in New York, and then he was delivering all the people over there. And he delivered all of us. Talking about myself, not so. So he's delivering all of us there. So, like I said this morning, like once I heard that Brahman Prabhu is one of the first disciples of Srila Prabhupada, and he was speaking about Srila Prabhupada's glories in Vrindavan, and he was saying about Srila Prabhupada. So one devotee, he put his hand up and he said, Brahman Prabhu, you are explaining about Srila Prabhupada. You're explaining as if Prabhupada is your God. And Prabhupada said, he thought for a minute, no, he said, no, we did mistake. No, in fact, Prabhupada is even more merciful than God. Because he came to the lower east side of New York. So that is the mood of Srila Prabhupada and his followers also. And Nityananda Prabhu, he doesn't care if he had to take some inconveniences in order to give mercy to the conditioned soul. Even though physically they have to take some inconveniences, they still go out of their way to give mercy to the conditioned soul, like the Prabhupada. And so that is our mood. So when we follow in the footsteps of the Prabhupada and his followers, so we go out of our way to help the conditioned souls, to give this mercy, to bring them to the lotus feet of Sri Krishna. So this is a very nice pastime. This shows the magnanimity and the most merciful nature of Sri Nityananda Prabhu. So also Nityananda Prabhu is very merciful, and Nityananda Prabhu, as I said, he represents a spiritual master. So we can only go to Krishna through a spiritual master. So this is another, of course there are many pastimes are there. I'm just highlighting a few of them here. And this is another pastime called Panihati festival. Then Panihati is the festival of punishment. It's called a Danda Mahotsav. Dhari chida bhakshana kara he mora gane suni anandita hoilo Raghunatha mane. Make a festival and feed almost all states of yogurt and cheap rice. Hearing this, Raghunath Das was greatly pleased. Because so this is a very wonderful pastime. As you can read the Charitamrita. Yeah, Charitamrita was a wonderful book explaining about the philosophy and the life and the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And we have a special promotion for that, for this couple of months, to Gaur Purnima. The books are available. You can book there, actually, the books are available. Sinathan Prabhu and Divani Mike and even book table. So this pastime is Raghunath Das Goswami is one of the 6 Goswamis in our Sampradaya, and he was born in a very, very rich family, very wealthy family. But somehow, because he was an associate of the Supreme Lord, his mind is always attracted to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So when he was at home, he always wanted to go and see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and associate with him. But whenever he would leave, his parents, because they were so rich, so they would send their servants and bring him back again. So it happened a few times like that. He would run away from home, but again his parents, they would bring him back again. So his parents thought, like, okay, this fellow has gone mad after this Chaitanya. So how about we marry him? So normally marriage actually keeps people together, right? Binds person. So they thought, like, if you marry him, okay, he will stay at home. That way he'll forget about, because actually he'll protect his wife and the family attractions, so he won't go there again. But again, still his mind is still fixed on Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So one day his mother told his father, this fellow is always running away. So why don't you tie him with chains and rope? And then his father told his mother, this fellow has got the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So anybody who gets Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so they cannot be held. Nobody can hold them. Because this fellow has the Indra Sama Aishwarya. He's got an appearance like Indra. And he's got a beautiful wife like a Lakshmi. Still, that wealth and this beauty, the women, they could not hold him. So what are these ordinary ropes and chains can hold him? So like that he was trying many times, and he wanted to go, but he could not go. So one day he heard that Nityananda came to a nearby place called Panihati. The Panihati is a place, beautiful place on the bank of Ganges, near Calcutta. So there, since Prabhu came, this is associates, and Lakshmana Das heard about that. So he wanted to go and see him, seek his blessings. And so when he went there, when Nityananda was sitting under a banyan tree on a rock, that place is still there. When you go, you can go and see that. And he offered obeisances from a distance. When he offered obeisances from a distance, then some devotees saw, and he told Nityananda, oh, there is Raghunath offering obeisances there. Nityananda said, oh, okay. Then he called Raghunath, come here. Then he said, you're like a thief. Because only thief, they try to keep away. They don't come closer. You're like a thief. So I got to punish you today. And the punishment is, you got to feed all the associates with chida and dahi, the fried rice and yogurt. But it was summer season, so that keeps cool, fried rice and dahi. Then said, okay, no problem, because this come from a very rich family, we organized that. And I can read more about the pastime there, but I'm cutting it short. Then after that festival, then he put a plea to Nityananda Prabhu. Please be merciful, and then I want to go and see Nityananda Mahaprabhu. Then Nityananda said, yes, no problem, you served all the devotees nicely, I'm sure you'll get the mercy. But when we serve the devotees nicely, then you get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya and Krishna. But if you want to go to Mahaprabhu and Krishna directly, then it's not possible, like Nityananda Goswami here. So we got to go through his representatives. Then we get the blessings of Mahaprabhu. So that way he delivered, gave mercy to Lord to Raghunath Das. Then Mahaprabhu, of course, he took sannyas. Then he went to, he was staying in Jagannath Puri. Nityananda was there. Then Mahaprabhu told him, now you go back to Bengal and you preach. You go and get married and preach. There. So then Nityananda came to Navadvip, and then he married Janava and Vasudha. And Janava and Vasudha, they are the daughters of Sorikali. Yeah. There were two brothers actually, Gaudidas and Suridas. So they were daughters. So he married them there, and then he stayed there. He preached vigorously. So Mahaprabhu told him, "Oh, you are so popular. You are so powerful that you are able to do things which I am not able to do." As a sannyasi, I am not able to go and preach, but you are doing wonderful things. And you don't have to come back every time, because devotees used to come from Navadvip to Puri every time, every year. But he told Nityananda, you don't have to come, you go and preach to the people there. So then he stayed there and he preached. Right? And then at the end, then this is a deity where Lord Nityananda, he finished his pastimes. Yeah, he finished his pastimes by entering into this deity of Bankim Rai. Bankim Rai was a deity, his skull bending form, of course, Krishna's bending form, Krishna deity there. The temple is still there actually in etc. So we started with etc, now we came back to etc again. So the deity is there, and later on, when Nityananda Prabhu, when he finished his pastimes on earth, then it said actually he merged with this deity there. So you can go and have his darshan when he goes etc.
Where is the deity?
In Ekachakra. It's called Bankim Rai. Bankim Rai deity there. In fact, Nityananda Prabhu, but he found this deity. In fact, there was a river actually, in fact, quite close to our temple over there. He said he found deity there and he installed it. And later on, when he finished pastime, he entered into the deity there. Like still Mahaprabhu, he entered the deity of Tadagopinath, one version there, so like that. And so he entered the deity there. So this is some about Lord Nityananda. There are many pastimes are there. Of course, time is short. You can read all these pastimes in Sitarama and Chaitanya Bhagavat and so many other scriptures over there. And so yeah. Any questions? Any comments so far? I got a few more things to say, but so Lord Nityananda is very merciful, very magnanimous, and it is an embodiment of mercy. What really makes Nityananda unforgettable is his limitless mercy. There is a famous line in Bengali devotion. It says, Nityananda Gaurachandra Sabhara Jivana Dhana. Nityananda and Gauranga are the life and wealth of everyone. Nityananda Prabhu, he doesn't ask, are you qualified? He asks, have you suffered enough? So is there anybody here who suffered enough? Then they can get the mercy of Nityananda. And without Nityananda's mercy, one cannot reach Gauranga. Because why? Nityananda, he breaks the pride. And he softens the hardened hearts. And he gives bhakti freely. And he does not see who is qualified, who is not qualified. And Krishna, he sees the hearts. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he melts the hearts. And Nityananda Prabhu, he simply picks us and carries us. Doesn't matter however heavy baggage we have. I'm sure, because I can tell myself, I got lots of baggage. So, Nityananda Prabhu doesn't worry, he carries us. So, we can pray to Lord Nityananda. O Nitai, I have no hope but you. And Nitai, he does not look at our past. Nitai does not count our mistakes. If we count a mistake, we will be nowhere. Nor, he doesn't wait for perfection. He simply sees how sincere we are. If Nitai is pleased, Gaura is pleased. So, we have a nice prayer here. You can say, I am fallen, confused and weak. Maybe you can all repeat. I am fallen, confused and weak. O Nitai, I have no qualification. Only you. Please place me at the feet of Gauranga. So that prayer will help us in taking us to Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So on this special day, we can pray to Lord Nityananda to bless us and give us His mercy, to give us strength in our devotional service, to continue our devotional service and be sincere and become serious in our first devotional service. Jai Nityananda Ram ki, Jai Prabhupada ki, Jai.